Good afternoon. My name is Robert Suffren, and this presentation was conducted for Intro to Sociology in the fall of 2016. I analyzed the article, The Relative Influence of Symptoms, Victimization Exposure, Parent-Child Conflict, and Delinquency by Heather A. Turner and others. It was found in the 2007 October issue of the Journal of Youth and Adolescence. This study was performed to find the correlation between mental health symptoms, multiple victimization exposure, levels of delinquency, and parent-child conflict had with the amount of counseling the children received. An independent variable is defined in our textbook as something that causes change. Therefore, the independent variables in this study were the mental health symptoms, multiple victimization exposure, levels of delinquency, and parent-child conflict. On the other hand, a dependent variable is described in our textbook as the effect of the change brought on by the independent variable. So, the dependent variable in this study would be the amount of counseling the children received to treat their symptoms. After examining these variables, researchers believed that many children could be helped if given the proper treatment, but they were still unsure of how many had even attempted to seek the treatment that they were being offered. Due to the nature of this study, researchers decided to use the survey method. As discussed in class, surveys involve asking people questions and recording their responses. This survey was conducted over the phone to help participants feel safe and make sure that they would not have any issues being truly honest with their responses. Out of 1,009 children surveyed between the ages of 6 and 17, less than 1/3 of the children received the counseling they needed or received any type of help at all. Those who did receive help all showed massive signs of improvement. It also showed that children ages 6 to 9 had higher levels of delinquency and multiple victimization exposure, whereas those 10 to 17 had higher levels of parent-child conflict and levels of delinquency. This led to the conclusion that when the children received counseling, it did in fact help them, but not enough services had been made available to the general population. One ethical concern was keeping the participants anonymous. Although the researchers kept this promise, they did also have to report any participants if there were any children that were truly in danger, but at the same time kept their identities to be anonymous. As discussed in class, psychologists focus on the endogenous or internal factors. To me, I believe that a psychologist would find interesting the mental health of the children prior to this study and wondering if their mental health symptoms were hereditary or whether they were brought on by other things. In class, we also talked about sociologists and how they focus on exogenous or external factors. I believe that a sociologist would find the parent-child conflict truly interesting because it's something happening outside of the child that they don't necessarily have control over. To gain more understanding, I found an article from the American Catholic Sociological Review in 2016 called Family Counseling by Charles A. Curran. This article talked about parent-child conflict and levels of development with children who are going through divorce. In both studies, counseling helped the children and left untreated led to further issues down the road. Thank you.